Ty Bartell, Anthony Hartwig, and I feel like we've got a theme here. Another freshman phenom on the Austintown Fitch Falcons squad, and Kylie Folkwat batting out of the 5 hole and doing big things for Fitch. Kylie, how we doing today?
I'm doing good.
I mean, you're doing real good too on the softball field, taking over in center field, another spot that the Falcons needed you to take over defensively, and you're doing big things with the bat. Talk to me about just the adjustment of sliding into center field and the experience of doing that with this team this season.
It's a big change for me because obviously I'm not used to the outfield, but just like working on it in practice and like I had experience playing the outfield for my travel teams because like I played everywhere. So I feel like I can fit the role of center field for my team this year because I just want to fit whatever they need and help out the team to go for our expectations of what we want to continue to keep doing.
We asked the other freshmen that we've talked to so far what it was like to step into the varsity level and make an impact. But for you, it's not the first time you've done it because you did it for volleyball, you did it for basketball. What's it been like so far this year to kind of be able to be such an impact on all the sports you play in your first year in the programs?
I was never expecting this to happen to me. Like for me, like being in eighth grade last year and like the sports that I competed in and like the competition, I would never expect me to be at the level that I am now. And I feel like it's really all the coaching and like the girls have made me better to be the player that I am and the person that I am. And they helped me like push myself and like being surrounded by them, I felt like I had to be better and it made me just become better and feel like I was ready for the varsity level.
You have an aura of confidence that radiates off of you too, and it's very impressive for a freshman. And I mean, I feel like that has to start with just the years you have played in all your sports too. Where did softball fit into this, and where did you find the time to start playing softball? What's your earliest memory with the sport?
I think I started playing softball when I was 6 years old, and I remember that I would go from like softball tournaments to like dance competitions, and I would have to like balance out softball and dance when I was younger. But then when I was around like 11 years old, I decided to quit dance after 10 years and stick to softball and other sports.
All year we've been being told, wait till softball, right? Because you were so good in volleyball, they said, wait till softball. They were so good in basketball, wait till softball. What's it been like for you waiting until softball and finally getting that season underway and being able to, maybe, I don't know, is it your favorite sport or get into the season that people keep saying that you're going to shine the brightest in?
Um, for softball, I feel like I can impress a lot of people and like do my best in, but this season hasn't exactly been the best like batting season for me. Like I know that I can do better, but I'm still doing really good, but I feel like I can do better
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
don't know.
by the way, folks, a 463 batting average too is considered not good for folks. That's just the expectations that you have about yourself, and that's
Yeah.
completely all right. 16 home runs and 4 home runs as well. And I talked about this batting in the 5 hole. You got a very important spot in that lineup too, right in the middle of it. But you got some pretty big bats and experienced bat in McKenna Hogan above you. You got Sammy Severn below you too. What's it like being in the middle of this order and just having this batting order being what it is too, so strong 1 through 9?
This batting lineup is something that if I was a pitcher, I would be scared to pitch to. 1 through 9, we could all hit the ball. We're all capable of hitting home runs. We're all pretty fast. Like we could do really anything through this lineup. And where I bat in the 5 hole, I feel like it's either like anything for me because I could bunt and move runners around. I could hit gap shots. I could hit home runs. I feel like I fit the 5 hole really perfectly for what my team needs me to do, and I can just make contact to the outfield and I can score runs because our 1 through 4, one of them are always getting on base for us to hit them through.
And you talk about pitching and pitchers that have to go up against this lineup, and pitchers in this conference are really good. It's the first time you've been able to see them. What's it been like to kind of step in and have immediate success against pitchers that you haven't seen before and having to make adjustments like that on the fly?
I've played against some of these pitchers during travel because like we're all like remotely like close to each other. But like Champions pitcher, she was amazing. Like that was probably our best competition so far this season. And like stepping in, facing like harder competition, like it's been a struggle because the pitching like varies between like speed and like movement. So it's always like different to like try to like make contact with the ball, I would say.
When you talk about just your sports experience, I mean, being at the varsity level in 3 previous sports, what is the biggest thing you've learned since the beginning of the school year to now, and the biggest thing you've learned since the beginning of the softball season to now for sport specific?
During volleyball, I was more like worried about like what people would like think of me being like the new freshman on varsity. Nobody really knew who I was. But now for softball, I feel like I'm more like collected and calm, and like I know my role in sports and like how I impacted sports. And I just feel like more like settled and like confident about myself playing softball.
Ob- Obviously, playing 3 sports, you have to be extremely busy. I don't think you get a whole lot of free time.
Yeah.
What's it like balancing schoolwork, trying to have a little bit of a social life, and playing all the sports that you do?
My social life is really not existent. Like every weekend I have a sport and schoolwork's really difficult to get through, but I try. Schoolwork always comes first. Like when I get home I'll do my schoolwork and I'll go to practice for my game. It's kind of a lot to handle, but obviously I love sports, so I'm going to keep doing everything I can to play the sports that I want to.
I mean, continuing into the summer, I think Lady Duke 16, that they got a pretty darn good one in you as well. Talk to me about that decision and the excitement to be able to do that in your travel ball season too. I mean, we know the Lady Dukes come with a pretty big name, no doubt.
Playing for the Lady Dukes, I've always been playing on like local teams, but like I really like want to get like more dedicated to softball and like get my name out there in front of colleges. So this was a really big step for me. This is a really big step in my career, and it's really thanks to Sydney and her mom, because they're the ones who mentioned my coach to me, and they got me to reach out to them. So it's kind of sad leaving like my hometown and like all like my close travel friends I've always played with, but they're excited for me. My teams are excited for me, and I'm excited to see what I can do on the Lady Dukes.
And obviously, for those of you that don't know, if you're going to be traveling quite a bit with this new travel team. I mean, they play in these national tournaments that are big time. What's the excitement level for that, and being able to take part in such a big monster of travel softball?
Playing travel softball for them, I'm traveling to like Georgia, Massachusetts, California. I'm going to travel all over the country and see what the competition is besides Ohio. Like I only travel to like Ohio, Pittsburgh, and like Virginia for my local travel team. I mean, we still play pretty good teams, but like being able to travel outside of the state and like getting more competition, I feel like that's just like more of like an excitement and like getting ready to see what like my future holds of playing these better competitions and getting in front of coaches.
It feels like you are the duct tape as far as the sports are concerned, where you can you fix anything at any hole in any kind of lineup, whether it's volleyball, basketball, softball. They're able to put you right there, and it just works out. This open mindset and this ability to play so many positions in different sports. Do you think that the dance that you had for all those years attributes to it? And do you feel like the sports help you on top of each other become a better athlete too? And do you think there's like a solely thing that you take away from all sports?
Doing dance when I was little, it definitely got me help with my coordination, like my ability to like catch on to things and learn anything. That's why I think I'm so good at being like a utility player for any of the sports, because I can catch on to anything that a coach tells me to. And playing each sport, it just helps me like, I don't really know for that. I don't like playing each sport. They're not really like, none of them are like the same, but all like the throwing technique, like throwing and hitting for softball and volleyball, those are mostly the same. So like it helps me with my volleyball like shots, and like for softball I can get my arm stronger throughout both seasons.
So obviously you play all these sports. My question is, what is one sport that you don't play that you watch and you think, Mel, maybe I could throw my hat into that ring, and if you ever got the opportunity to try to learn how to play it, you would?
Well, I used to do gymnastics. I really like gymnastics. I wish I could still do that, but even though there's no like girl football, I think I could be pretty good at football. I would like to play football.
Take them all down, absolutely.
Watch out for Powder Puff in a couple
Yeah.
years. Here he comes.
When you talk about the conditioning for all these sports, and like you said, that all these sports are different, you focus on different muscle groups, different things you work on too in the off season. There's not really an off season for you, so like, where does the conditioning? Do you try to fit conditioning in for all this too? And what's it like changing conditioning for sports, going from sport to sport?
Well, for basketball, we would do like in the summer, we do like ladders up and down the bleachers. For volleyball, we would do like conditioning on Saturdays, like ladders and like push-ups. Softball, it's mostly the lifts, like lifting, because you need to be powerful and explosive for softball to hit the ball and just be like consistent. So I feel like the lifting and like the cardio comes through the practices, because like our practices are very like full of like motion, and like you don't need to do the extra work besides like lifting if you're already like going 100% at practice.
All right, so you're almost done with your freshman year of school. So, my question is a two-parter, and the first part is what's been the best subject, like the one that you think you've been the best at, and then the second part is which one do you think you've had to work the hardest at to get those good grades in?
My best subject is English, and biology is my worst subject. I am not good at science, and that one I struggle in. I have a B, but like I think I'd struggle in it.
I mean, if it's not an A for Kylie Fulton,
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's A's or nothing, and that's the same thing with on-field performance. Call her the geologist though on this Fitch team too, because of a funny story with that. But she has some rock solid hits. We talk about though with this team and the success that you've had to this point, Kylie. But I know your mentality is always you want more, you want more, you want to better yourself, you always want to get better. So what are the things you're looking at from the season beginning to now that you've done that you want to improve on going into tournaments, going into your future softball career?
I mean, like recently I've been watching volleyball film and basketball film just to see what I could have done better that game to help us win. Like for volleyball, I just watched the Girard game and I was watching myself like thinking, oh, you could have done that better, you can do that. And I'm just like preparing myself for each games coming forward for all sports. Like I'll watch all my film and just like criticize myself to make myself better for my team and help us win more games.
With the advancements in technology, you can watch film anywhere now. You pull up an iPad and bring up Game Changer for softball or Huddle for volleyball and basketball. So, what's your favorite time to watch film and to dig into the film work?
Usually I watch film on the bus ride home, or I'll watch it like as I'm on the way home. Just because like if I have a good game, obviously I want to see like my highlights, and if I have a bad game, I want to see what I could have better in to make myself not had a bad game.
When you have the good highlights, it's always easy to get the love and everything from everyone, but you always have that kind of that red pen that you want to criticize things, and you criticize yourself, and you're open to criticisms as well. Was that a process for you to be all right with being open to taking criticisms and being able to, I guess, criticize yourself too and try to make yourself better? Was there a process that went along with that?
My travel coach is really big on like the mental health focus of the game. So during like my 8th grade year, I was not very easy to criticize because I would always like take it too personal. But like getting into high school, like Jocelyn Jordan, she helped me a lot with my like mental health, and she just like always would try to coach me, and I would just take it because obviously I want to be like her. She's an amazing athlete, and helping like my teammates, they always like the mental health. Yeah.
All right, Kylie, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system and all the people that have kind of been there for you throughout your career so far, and the people that you wouldn't be where you are without.
I'd like to thank my family, my friends, my coaches, and all my supporters. Like everybody is always so supportive of me, and I couldn't have not done it without them. And I'm just very thankful to have them in my life.
We got Anthony calls them Wardisms as far as Coach Ward's saying, so we'll go with that one too. What's your favorite Coach Ward saying from the dugout?
Mine's not in the dugout, but mine's when I'm on base, and I'm always going like when I hit inside the park home runs. He would always just tell me to hold up, and he sent me a meme the other day. And it was of how like I just like kept going home when I didn't listen to him. So that's my favorite Coach Ward like saying, I guess you could say.
Hold up, sorry, Coach. We're going.
She blows by. She doesn't know what stop means too. She's beating them out too, so she's gotten them, no doubt. Kylie, you've had a great season to this point. We're so excited for this team to get into tournaments too. We're excited to see what you can continue to do in your softball career and all your sports playing careers as well. It's been great talking to you again, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.